So in the last amendment, what I had attempted to do was to remove the provision that says the carrier may not designate a local exchange carrier or inter-exchange carrier as the carrier of last resort. I attempted to remove that provision, and that was unsuccessful. What this amendment does then is it adds a section immediately after that, and you can read it. It says, I guess for the public watching, it says a local exchange carrier or an inter-exchange carrier may not accept a distribution, payment, or subsidy made exclusively to benefit a carrier of last resort. And so these subsidies are significant. There's been, as I referenced, in fact, the RCA included a chart. It was Exhibit 2 in their documents that they provided to the legislature, and it shows the very significant amount of subsidies that have been given to the telephone companies, carriers, for them to be a carrier of last resort, for them to provide phone service. It's $47 million since 2011. It's grown from $1.5 million in 2011 up to $10.1 million in 2017. It's significant. It's a significant cost that's paid by people who have landlines, phone service. And so what this amendment says is, okay, you don't have to be you can't be designated as a carrier of last resort, but you lose your government subsidies if that's the case. And it makes sense, because why should we be providing millions of dollars in government subsidies that people have to pay on their phone bills if companies are not going to be carriers of last resort? That's the reason we provide that subsidy, is to require companies to be carriers of last resort, to require them to provide phone service to rural communities. If we're no longer going to require them to do that, then there is no obligation to pay the subsidies that are related to that. And we crafted it carefully to say made exclusively to benefit a carrier of last resort. So I think this is a reasonable amendment. It will provide that money either be cut or go to some other service that will help expand telephone service for Alaskans. And I would urge the body's support.